everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because I'm going to be playing with the Colourpop and Hello Kitty collection. I said in my last video that I haven't received Colourpop PR in like 3 weeks. I honestly thought for a second that I was taken off their PR list. There was no reason for me to be taken off that I know of, so I don't know. It just wasn't really a very logical assumption, and I did get a Colourpop PR package yesterday, so I am very excited about that. I love this collection. I'll be honest, when I saw it in the promo photos, I wasn't super excited about it, but then actually seeing it in person, it's really quite a beautiful collection. I was surprised. I was kind of like, oh, you know, it's fine, but like I'm not crazy excited about it, but I am feeling this collection. I really enjoy it. The collection comes with a lip scrub, 2 blushes, a lip set, and 4 little eyeshadow quads. It's a really fun collection for summer if you want to experiment with some bright colors. It is a little bit more expensive than their usual collections. Their really hyped up collabs typically are a little more expensive because they have to pay to use the intellectual property of the collab. So like Hello Kitty, Animal Crossing, Lizzie McGuire, any Disney collab really, it's probably going to be a little bit of a higher price point just because of that intellectual property factor. So I think the 9 pans retail for about $12 to $14, and these little quads are $12. Maybe if you are looking for color but you don't really care about doing like a Hello Kitty product, you might want to look into the 12 pans. I think they would be a better bang for your buck. But other than that, yeah, not a ton else to say. I used the entire collection on my face today. I really enjoyed how it turned out. I did like a monochromatic pink vibe, as you can tell. Just a quick life update. I am about to go for my 2nd vaccine appointment. So if I go MIA for a couple days, I don't know how I'm gonna react. I didn't have a reaction the first shot. They're mixing up shots here. So for the first shot I got Pfizer, and today I'm getting Moderna. So since they are slightly different, I'm really not sure how I'm going to react. So if I go MIA for a little bit, I mean, I guess you wouldn't know anyway because I probably won't get a chance to edit this. That's my explanation why if I do go missing for a couple days. So yeah, I'm hoping I don't have a reaction, but who knows. This package really couldn't have come at a better time because yesterday I had to say goodbye to my childhood pet. I made sure to apply my makeup before talking about this because I don't want to cry. That's not Freddie or Debbie. Both of them are totally okay. My childhood cat, Liam, I think we got him when I was in 5th grade. So I was 11. We lost him yesterday. He was diabetic. He lived with diabetes for like 5 years, and he was 15, and he was just really fat, and like he genetically was not set up for success. So the fact that he made it to almost 16 is like quite impressive, honestly. He was a bit of a jerk cat. Like he wasn't very friendly, so I didn't think I was going to be this upset, but here we are. I cried all day yesterday, so this PR package was really helpful in lifting my spirits. So yeah, thanks to Colourpop. I always find that their PR packages come in when I'm at my lowest, and it just gives me that dose of serotonin that I need. So that's kind of my life update. So yeah, I'm about to head off and go get my vaccine, my 2nd shot, and I will see you guys later. Let's get into the swatches and the demo. Okay, my friends, so I have the collection here, and let's just get into kind of swatching and playing with everything. The first thing I have here is the lippy scrub. Look how cute the packaging is. Oh, I'm not a huge Hello Kitty fan. I was when I was a kid, but I don't know. Colourpop just does packaging so incredibly well. I need to stop saying incredibly so much in my videos. I find that the lip scrubs and the lip balms have a very light scent. It's not overwhelming at all, but it definitely kind of smells like a pineapple popsicle or something. Oh, it's literally called Pineapple Pop. Imagine that. Let's give it a little try, because why not, right? I really like pineapple stuff. It's one of my favorite fruits. So it doesn't taste super pineapple-y. Just tastes sweet. It feels really nice on the lips. I know you're not supposed to lick it off, but I kind of want to, but I won't, because if you think about it, you're eating your dead skin. And I don't want to knowingly do that, you know what I mean? So I'll just go ahead and wipe it off like a normal person. I'm just gonna apply some lip balm too. I really like this one. This one's by Burt's Bees. I did a video on Burt's Bees a while ago, but this was actually bought by me. I didn't get sent it. And I really enjoy it. Just like a good standard balm, you know? Okay, so next up, let's talk about the blushes. Came with 2 blushes, and I've already opened these, and oh my goodness, are they ever bright. I feel like the promo photos that Colourpop posted weren't really doing the colors justice. They're a lot brighter in person. First of all, I like that they're both completely matte. I don't like the little flecks of sparkle Colourpop sometimes puts in their blushes. So this is the first one. It's called Island Shine. Shine. Okay, so you can buy these two in a little set. It comes with both blushes for $22 and they retail for $12 each, so it'll be a $24 value, so you save $2 if you want both. So the first shade is Island Shine, and this is described as a matte neon fuchsia. I would say that's accurate. This is what it looks like here. It has the really cute, here I'll flip it over so you can see it properly. It has the really cute little bow in there. That's pretty true to what it looks like in person. It's very vibrant and a little bit deep, like it has some depth to it, but still kind of neon. I really like this color. I think these are definitely unique to my collection as well. So this is a swatch of it. Again, this is the shade Island Shine and it's described as a matte fuchsia. I'm a little nervous to put these on my cheeks when it comes time to do my blush today. The second shade is called Aloha Honey and this is described as a matte neon coral. Pretty much exactly that. Again, there's a little Hello Kitty embossing. This one's the actual character where the other one's a bow. Let's swatch this one. Wow, that's bright. I don't think I have anything similar to this in my collection. So those are the two blushes. Really pretty. I'm really excited. I've never really played with neon blush before, so today will be a first and I'm excited for it. As I'm rubbing off the blushes, there's no staining that I can see right off the bat. Let's swatch this next. This is the Glowing Lip Balm set and it is the Yummy Smoothie Glowing Lip Balm set. I think they only have the one, so. And they all smell different. I sniffed them yesterday and I noticed that. So packaging is always beautiful. It says Colourpop and then there's Hello Kitty right there. Packaging is always amazing. They always do a fantastic job, so I'm not surprised there. This is described, I'm pretty sure this is a new product from Colourpop. I've never really seen them do a lip balm in this format. So the product is described as being so comfy to apply and adds the perfect glossy pop of color to any look. This is my kind of lip color. I really like shiny lipsticks that have a little bit of a tint, that are more sheer. That's definitely my vibe right now. The trio includes Hello Fruity, a fruit punch flavored warm fuchsia balm. Okay, let's look at that one first. Hello Fruity. Okay, so this one's supposed to smell like fruit punch. Yeah, pretty accurate. It's a little bit artificial, I will say, that scent. But that's like fine, I don't really care. It's not offensive or anything. And it's pretty lightly scented, like they're not crazy strong. They're like medium strength. Not crazy strong, but like not super subtle. So this is that first shade, Hello Fruity. Smells like fruit punch. Really pretty fuchsia color. Really like that. I actually love the brightness of this collection. Okay, the next one is Tropic Cute, a pineapple mango warm pinky coral balm. I can smell that. More pineapple-y, I would say. I don't really smell the mango part. These look like they're a really nice formula. I'm excited. So this is a warm pinky coral. I would say that that's pretty accurate. And the last shade is Fun in the Sun, which is a banana coconut, warm peachy nude. Oh yeah, this one smells straight up like Hawaiian Tropic. It's just like sunscreenish in a good way though. So this is that last shade, Fun in the Sun. Honestly, these two look a little bit similar. I would appreciate if this one was like kind of like a brighter coral and then like a nude. I feel like that would have been fun, but it is what it is. I have no say. So yeah, this is the Yummy Smoothie Lip Trio. What is this called? Sorry. Glossy Lip Balm Set. Not a lip trio. I wish they did a little mirror with this collection as well. I really like how they've been doing mirror. Well, they did mirrors once. I think there's actually a mirror in their cherry collection as well. So I just really like the mirror concept. I don't know if you can purchase these, but they sent me cute little stickers. I also have Animal Crossing ones, so I'm probably gonna collect these from now on. Just collecting Colourpop collab stickers. Okay, and lastly, for the part that I'm honestly, okay, no. I'm most excited for the lip balms, I think, but these are, well, it's a tie. It's a tie. The whole point is I'm very excited for these little eyeshadow quads. At first I was like not the most excited. I was like, yeah, it's an eyeshadow quad. They've released a lot of them at this point, but these ones are super duper bright. So let's get right into it. I'm just gonna swatch them on my hand. I normally do it on my arm, but there's only 4 shades per palette, so I feel like it's reasonable to do it on my hand. So the first one is a teal colored palette. These retail for $12 each, or you could buy 2 of them for $22 and save $2, or you can get all 4 for $44, which is a $4 saving. So not like a ton. And I think that's it for the collection after the eyeshadow quads. So you can purchase like different bundles, but the entire collection is $89 and it's a $106 value. So this first teal palette, oh, so cute. This is really pretty. I feel like this would have been really good for my last video, which was duping the Colourpop Lush Life palette. I'll link it in the cards up above. It was a really fun video for me to film, but this is the Cocoa Cutie palette. Very beautiful. I don't want to swatch these because I don't want to like ruin the really pretty embossing, but here we go. Oh yeah, that got ruined really quickly. So the first shade we have, this is beautiful. I feel like it's quite unique as well. The first shade is Lovely Luau, and this is described as a matte teal. The formula was really nice and soft. I don't think I have anything quite like this, honestly. Most of the teals in my collection are super shimmery. I don't really have like a matte true teal. That's beautiful. The next shade we have here is called Shaved Ice, and it's kind of like the first shade Lovely Luau, but with a metallic finish. And this one is described as a metallic teal with a gold duochrome shift. I'll be completely honest, I don't see any gold duochrome shift. I feel like it's more of a silver, and it's not really a duochrome shift. It's just kind of like a metallic, honestly. The next shade is called Bay Breeze, and this is described as a metallic cerulean blue. Very beautiful, and I think it's pretty unique to my collection. I might have something kind of similar in the Blue Moon palette, but I'd have to check. And the last shade we have is called Hang 10, and it is described as a matte cobalt. I did notice that there were some little tiny flecks of shimmer particles, but I feel like that's more of a formula aspect than an actual like intention of adding glitter particles. I noticed sometimes brands will add like a little bit of shimmer just to help the formula apply more smoothly. So I feel like that's what this is. It's going to apply mostly matte. And yeah, this is the Cocoa Cutie quad. Very beautiful. I love it. So next up we have this cute little yellow quad, which is called Pineapple Cake. The packaging on these is just so cute. Ooh. Whoa. So this is what it looks like. Just a really pretty little yellow quad. So the first shade we have here is called Sandy. My hand was still a little wet when I put this on. My bad. So this is the shade Sandy, and it is described as a metallic pale yellow. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I feel like I see little silvery blue reflects in there. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera because they're very small, but very pretty. I really like that. The next shade we have is called La Piña, and it is described as a metallic daffodil. It's just a metallic bright yellow. I would say it's a metallic yellow as opposed to a gold, maybe like a super yellow toned gold, but I don't know. I see more yellow for sure. Next up we have the shade To the Core. That actually swatched pretty nicely, honestly. And this shade is described as a matte bright yellow. Very like primary. Just a primary yellow. And finally, the last shade we have is called So Sweet, and it is described as a matte marigold. I think this is a really well-rounded palette if you're going for something yellow. I really like it. And yeah, that is the Pineapple Cake quad. The next quad we have is called Teeny Keeny, and it is a orange toned quad. So this is what this one looks like. Very bright and vibrant. So the first shade we have here is called Beachy, and this one is described as a metallic rose gold. I don't know if I'd really describe it as that. I would more describe it as a metallic peach. To me, rose gold is a lot more pink and a lot deeper, but what do I know? Not a ton. So yeah, this is the shade Beachy. It's very beautiful either way. The next shade is called Hula Hoop, and it is described as a matte bright orange, and boy oh boy is that bright. It's also important to note that this one is not suitable for use on the immediate eye area, and that's just because of the dyes that will likely stain the lids. They have to put out a disclaimer on the packaging. It's not that it's unsafe, it's just the dyes used in the shadow are not approved by the FDA for eye use, even though they're approved elsewhere in the world. This is the shade Itsy Bitsy. Colourpop describes it as a bright true red. Honestly, I don't really think it pulls red. I would say it's a really deep vibrant coral or a really deep vibrant orange. I don't really think it pulls that red. So yeah, that is the shade Itsy Bitsy. This is also not approved for use on the immediate eye area. And the last shade we have is called Sandcastle, and it is described as a metallic red orange. Very beautiful, but this one is also not approved for use on the immediate eye area. So if you don't like staining, I would avoid this quad altogether, honestly, because you only have one shadow that is approved for use. So that is the Teeny Keeny quad. That is a tongue twister. And you can kind of see why it's not really approved for use. I do have some staining on my hand, so it will likely stain your lids. I don't personally mind that, but some people might, so I just want to point that out. And this is the last quad. It is the pink one, and it is called Cherry Sweet. I think this is my favorite one out of all four. I just really like these colors. These two at the bottom are like super neon looking. I think this first shade is pretty unique as well, honestly. This is the shade Lemonade, and it is described as a metallic pale pink with a gold duochrome shift. You can kind of see that shift there. Wow, this is super beautiful. It also almost has like a lilac base to it. You can kind of see it there. It's like a pinky lilac and then super reflective. I think that is so beautiful and unique. I really like that. Next up, we have the shade Hibiscus, and this is described as a metallic fuchsia with blue pinpoints. You can kind of see the bluish purple shift almost. Well, I can. It doesn't look like it's picking up in the viewfinder, but it's definitely there. It's a really pretty color. Not the most unique, but still really beautiful. Next up, we have the shade Yummy, and this is described as a matte pinky coral. It is super bright, almost neon, maybe not quite. I don't know. I think it's really beautiful either way. And the last shade is called Soda Crush, and it is described as a matte magenta. Honestly, I would say that it's like more of a matte, true hot pink. Either way, super beautiful. It is important to note that these two are not approved for use on the eye area as they will likely stain. The two metallics though are approved for use. So yeah, I think this one is actually my favorite. Even though I normally gravitate towards like purples and blues, I really like this one. And yeah, that is the entire collection overview. So without further ado, let's get into a little product demo. Okay, my friends, so we are up close and personal, and I'm going to go in with the Cherry Sweet palette today. It's just definitely hands down my favorite palette out of the four. So I'm gonna go in with this one, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit of a halo eye. I feel like I've done a ton of cut creases on this channel recently, so if that's more what you're into, I can link a couple videos in the cards of looks that I've done with cut creases. I kind of feel like a halo eye today. So I'm going to prep my lids with my e.l.f. camo. This is almost gone. This is the hydrating one. I don't know if I've said that. Also, I said in my last video that I think I had a bug bite here. It was definitely just like a massive pimple. I squeezed it and that's why it's looking like that. Don't squeeze your pimples. Do as I say, not as I do. And I'm gonna go in with my little pink beauty sponge. How pretty is this color? Oh, just love pink. Been super into it lately, especially pastels. I also kind of like that these have little mirrors. I feel like that's really handy, especially for filming. So I'm first gonna dip into this coral shade here called Yummy. I'm just taking it on a Jordan Liberty and Sigma pencil brush. I love Jordan Liberty. He's such a cool dude. I met him once. I've said this on my channel before, but I thought I'd say it again. I met him once and he was super nice, but I was terrified. I was at dinner with him and I was just like sitting there like this the whole time because I was scared to talk. But really nice guy. I was just super intimidated. So I'm just applying this shade kind of in my crease, but I'm not taking it into the inner or outer corner. Well, I am, but like not on the lid. I feel like I'm not really making sense today. I'm gonna take it up a little bit higher because I want this to be like fairly blown out. That's a really beautiful color. I'm really excited. Okay, then I'm gonna go into this shade here called Soda Crush, and I'm just gonna grab it on the same brush, and I'm going to apply this to the inner and outer corner on the lid. I'm not gonna take this in the crease though. Not right away at least. Actually, I guess I am. I'm just kind of running it over the crease as well, but not in the center, just the inner and outer corner. That shade had a little bit of fallout, and by a little bit, I mean quite a bit. Not a big deal for me personally, but it might be for somebody, so I thought I'd mention. Then as per usual, I'm just gonna go in with my Urban Decay the Fix powder, and I'm going to set my brow bone area so that I don't take the shadow up too far. Okay, so now I'm taking a little bit of a larger brush and a little more of this shade here called Yummy. I'm just grabbing a little bit on the brush, not much at all, and I'm going to kind of get the excess off on my hand, and I'm just going to use this shade to blend out what I've already applied. I'm just gonna take that shade again, Yummy, on a smaller pencil brush to really try and blend in this inner corner. So I feel like on the inner corner, if you do take it up too high, it can get like pink eye looking really quickly. And I'm just going into more of my pressed powder and just kind of softening these edges even further. This is so bright, I love it. And I'm just gonna take more of this Soda Crush color just on the inner and outer corner, just because I think some of it got blended away. I'm just gonna grab a little more of my hydrating camo, just a little bit, and just going to kind of not cut this area, but just apply a little more of a tacky base down so that I can apply the metallic shade a little easier. This doesn't have to be super precise. I find it looks better if it's not, actually. And I like to make it a little bit wider at the top, like apply it in like almost like a cone shape, but not quite that strong. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm not making any sense today. I'm having a hard time like finding my words. I'm just applying concealer in a more wide shape closer to the brow and then making it smaller as I go towards my lash line. Then I'm gonna go into this shade here called Hibiscus. You say hibiscus or hibiscus? I've heard both. And I'm just going to apply this over the concealer and I'm just going to run this over the matte shades to kind of blend it a bit so it's not like such a harsh, stark line. And I'm also taking this upwards and blending it kind of into my upper crease area for the same purpose. Then what I'm gonna do is grab a little bit of glitter adhesive. This part's optional. You could just use like a damp brush. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. And I'm just going to apply it to the center of my lid, like right down the middle there. I'm just gonna do this with my finger. And then I'm just gonna grab this shade here called Lemonade and just kind of tap to bring light to the very center. I think that's very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up. I'll probably do my other eye and my face, you know the drill, and then I'll come back and we can try all of the rest of the products in this collection. Okay, so I've done my foundation, I did my other eye, and I'm going to move on to the lower lash line. For the waterline, I'm gonna use the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner. This is in the shade Peach Fuzz. I thought a peach might look nice with this. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna line my waterline with this. I'm just gonna grab a tiny little brush and the shade Soda Crush, and I'm just going to run this on the lower lash line. I don't wanna get too carried away with this color, that's why I'm using such a tiny brush. I'm just going to connect it to the outer corner there. And then I'm going to take this shade Yummy and I'm gonna use it on a little bit of a larger brush. This is a pencil brush by Sigma. I don't know the number because it's like 20 or it's not 20 years old. I was gonna say 20. I think it's like 10 years old though. So I don't have the number, but just something a little bit larger. And I'm just going to kind of buff this out. And again, I'm just gonna connect it here. I'm just gonna line my upper lash line with my KVD Beauty Tattoo Liner. The usual, I'm not gonna do a wing today. I don't know, I just kind of like the rounded shape of the halo eye. So I'm just lining the lash line to kind of help hide the falsies that I'm going to apply. Oh my gosh. I've never poked myself in the eye with a liquid eyeliner. That is a first for everything. That hurt. Ow! It's a little thicker than I was wanting to go, but it's okay. And then for mascara, I'm just gonna go in with my NYX On The Rise. For lashes, I'm gonna go in with a pair of falsies from Colourpop. Again, these are the Mommy lashes. I really like Colourpop lashes. They're my go-to, man. This is definitely like a bolder style, but I figure since we're not doing winged liner, I can kind of, you know, do something a little more bold with the lash. Okay, so I've just applied my House of Lashes lash glue. These lashes are huge. Oh my goodness. That does not look good. It looks okay in person. Why does it look like that in the viewfinder? I'm still gonna go with it. I feel like the other Mommy lashes I had were more flattering than this. I felt that way with a couple of Colourpop lashes. The first pair I tried I really liked, and then the second pair was kind of like not as pretty. So I'm just gonna pop off camera, finish up this eye, and then we can continue. Okay, so eyes are done. Honestly, I don't know how I like the lashes. I don't think I like them very much, but I'm gonna keep them on because it was effort to put them on. So I'm just taking this makeup right off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I think I wanna go for a more monochromatic pink vibe today. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm a little nervous because these are like super bright. I'm just gonna use a little brush. This is a Stilazzi Dome Fluff S506. It's a lot of pigment, yeah. It's gonna be a strong cheek day, I think. It's a pretty blush though. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit more, but wow, I even set this area because I didn't want to apply it to a tacky foundation because I feel like it would make it that much more pigmented. I'm glad I set that area. That was a good call on my part. Slightly clownish, but let's just tone it down a bit. This is the Stilazzi Tapered Cheek S510. Doesn't have any product on it, and I'm just gonna actually, I think it might have a little bit of face powder, which is probably good to have. So I'm just kind of buffing. I'm not sure if there's a way to like apply this blush not super intense. I mean, I'm sure you could. It's just a lot of work to get it to be super nice and blended. I feel like if you're going for a strong cheek though, like you wouldn't purchase these blushes if you're going for like a natural cheek. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you're getting into when you buy these. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of my Urban Decay powder, and I'm just gonna kind of apply around here just to kind of clean it up and blend it up and back so it doesn't get dragged too far down with my blending. For highlighter, I'm going to use my current fave, the Laura Mercier, what is this again? Matte Radiance powder, highlighting powder, something like that, in the shade Highlight 01. Just love this highlighter. So good, man. Okay, and finally for lips, I am going to use my Colourpop BFF Lippy Pencil. It's so weird, when I do someone's makeup, I find lips to be the hardest to do. I don't know why that is. It's just something I struggle with. I think I want to do like monochromatic hot pink. Let's just go for it. I could always take it off. This is the shade Hello Fruity. It's the fruit punch one. I'm also going to take the nudie pink, the shade Fun in the Sun, the banana coconut scented one. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger. Actually, I don't know if it'll show up. Let me just apply it straight from the tube. Yeah, it's not gonna show up. I just wanted to see if I could kind of do like an ombre situation, but I don't think this will show up against the hot pink. Okay, and this is the final look, friends. I really like how it turned out. I feel really pretty. Don't love the lashes. I don't know what happened there. I thought that this lash style was one of my favorites, and now I'm a little confused. But everything else is really quite nice. I really enjoyed the palette that I used. I really like the blush. I feel really pretty in the blush. I was surprised. I thought it was gonna be a little too intense for me, and it is intense, don't get me wrong. Like, they're not blushes that I would really go for if I wanted a natural cheek, but I feel like if you wanted a natural cheek, you wouldn't go for something like super neon anyway, so. And I really enjoy the lip balms. I think they're super nice. I'm really happy with this formula. I hope they launch more colors in this formula because it's really quite nice. Super glossy, as you can see, really hydrating, and it provides a decent amount of coverage. Not coverage, color. For example, the Colourpop lip oils, like once you have one, you pretty much have them all because they're so sheer that it doesn't really make a difference between which one you get. So I'm really happy that there's kind of like a glowy lipstick that has some color, but like not a crazy amount of color. I don't know. I'm really enjoying this. I would recommend pretty much everything in this collection. Honestly, if you're a Hello Kitty fan, I would say go for it. I really don't think you'll be disappointed by any of the products. I'm not sure about the other three eyeshadow palettes. Everything's swatched really nicely, but of course, hand swatches aren't really representative of what the product will look like on your actual eyes. Pinks aren't necessarily the easiest all the time, and I had a fantastic time blending these out. Everything was super pigmented, everything performed really well, and yeah, honestly, there's not a ton to say. I find with Colourpop, their quality is pretty consistent, but I had a lot of fun playing with these products with you guys and kind of showing you them and whatnot. So yeah, I gotta get going to my vaccination appointment, so I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I just really appreciate you being here. It helps out my channel so very much by you watching, so thank you. Please leave any video requests you may have in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!